This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Scout Class Ransack. Um, he is a very interesting figure. Perhaps one of my favorites. Um, I've never seen a Transformer like this guy before. An old biplane turning into this old, pruny, Scrooge-like, sadistic, old-timer bomber Decepticon. The bio says he's one of the oldest Decepticons. Back in the days when flying was just first invented in Cybertron, he was one of those scourges of the air. He would torture and bomb his prey, and he was a very sadistic guy. And now he's, although his weapons and alt mode is outdated, he is still a feared guy in the sky. So Ransack, very interesting guy. Could have been an Insecticon. Um, yeah, I like him. I've heard a lot of hype about this guy. A lot of people have been picking him up, and I said, hey, let me just check it out. Preparing to be disappointed, I was not disappointed with this guy. In fact, I love his alt mode. Very much. This guy's alt mode is very stable, as we will see later. Let's talk about this figure first. You can get him in all sorts of poses, despite his limited articulation on his hands, on his arms. He's quite a colorful guy. I mean, light and dark colors combined. Very nice. Let me just straighten him up for you just a bit, just so you can see him. There. Just to get it out of the way, here he is with classic Starscream. Your regular size Scout. Okay. He's just fun. He's just fun to transform, to pose, to play with. Again, as I said, he could have been an Insecticon. He could have been named Kickback, or, because Ransack, I think, was a name of a transformer that turned into a car, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me know in the comment section. There's some kibble issues about him in bot mode, like this propeller you don't really know where it's gonna go, and if you're not careful, I'm sure a lot of the kids who've gotten this figure have already broken the propeller, because it looks very fragile, and this figure, it just looks very frail. I mean, these arms, they just pop off easily. He's got feet that are flat, and he's got a head on a ball joint, on a very thin neck that you can he moves 360. The head can rotate 360, but in the wrong axis. It doesn't go sideward. Anyway, that's what it is. The landing gear, you can keep it up here or down low, but either way I think it could work. Down low, he's not going to be obstructed. His arm movement's not going to be obstructed, but up high, he's going to be neater and cleaner looking. He looks like a miner, if I'm not mistaken, because of the engine sitting on top of his head. Yeah, but the guy's an old-timer. Doesn't have light piping, but he has brightly painted orange eyes, which is just amazing. Yeah, you can't see it, so the camera's not picking it up. Anyway, so there. It's a fun guy. This is a fun figure. He's got a machine gun on his right hand and bombs, old pre-war bombs on his left arm. So let's transform him. I've sort of mistransformed the wing pads. I mean, I fold them inward just so they don't get in the way, but the actual transformation is really you transform the wings this way. There. But between that and that, I think this is a lot neater. It just tends to pop out a lot if you fold it this way, because of the mold, the design on the joints, which I can understand why they've instructed you to transform it this way. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's really a matter of preference. Okay, so to transform him, very interesting transformation, quite involved for a Scout class figure. So let's get it on. Join. It helps if you join the feet together first and fold up the thighs inward. Form a little bit like a mermaid tail because he's a biplane. And then this is the top part. This is your guide. The one on the right leg is your top part. The one that doesn't move is the top. Um, and then the red paint stays at the back. So you just fold the wings this way, the feet, and then they form the flaps, the tail flaps. Okay. Then you want to set it upright, like so. Okay, and then fold it up. Oh, later. Yeah, later, because it doesn't have clearance yet. Okay. Then what do you want to do? Oh, fold down the landing gear. Okay, and then untab the shoulders. Okay. Okay. And then fold the arms and then tab them in. Oh, fold out the weapons and tab it in. Same thing here. Fold, fold. I just love the transformation of this guy. I mean, amazing. For a scout class figure, it's quite involved. Oh, okay. And then fold up the propeller, fold down the head, and then fold up the wings. Okay, and then tab in the wings where you tabbed in the shoulders a while ago. Right there. Okay, just align them. And then, oh, now you can move up the mermaid tail to form the back part. And then it's just a matter of tabbing in these two flaps, wing pieces. Tab them in. And once, this is the secret, I think, to his very stable alt mode. Once you tab in these parts, these supporting struts, the thing is so damn stable. I mean, you can literally toss it over and over and it's not gonna fall apart. I thought he would be a very flimsy biplane alt mode, but he's not. He's amazingly stable, and I'm really digging this alt mode. And you know, most scouts, they're really nice displaying bot mode, but this one, you can even display him in his biplane mode. He's just amazing. And I can see why, you know, the iron cross, which has been replaced by the Decepticon symbol. You can see why people like this. It's got such a historic, nostalgic, a very historical feeling to him. He's like an old World War I bomber. Yeah. I mean, except for this kind of arm kibble, but you know, it's hard to say he's a transformer. Well, for those of you who know, obviously you'll know he's a transformer, but I mean, you could literally display him this way and it'll be fine. Just an amazing scout class figure. If you haven't picked this guy up, go ahead and pick him up. My favorite is still Depth Charge, and this guy comes in a very close second, because I like Depth Charge's bot mode, but this guy's alt mode is just amazing. Such a sweet alt mode. If there and you know, just like June Runner has great alt mode for me. If you just have to pick like a few scout classes, make sure you pick one of these guys: Ransack, Depth Charge, Scalpel, or Dune Runner. You can pick all four of those by all means. I highly recommend all four of them. But if you just have to choose one or two, just choose among that list I gave. And preferably, you know, I recommend you get this guy and Depth Charge first. Then you think about Scalpel and Dune Runner. So there you have it. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen Scout Class Ransack.